No tomorrow, no Harry Kane, no Jordan Henderson, no Cole Palmer. I would say Cole and Hendo have a better chance of Belgium than Harry. He'd be extremely doubtful for that. That's a real blow to you when you'd already got, I reckon, a dozen players that weren't available to you to select because of injury in the first place, and you deliberately picked Brazil and Belgium, I suppose, so that you could try and pitch your strongest team against them. That's impossible now, isn't it? You've got to think of something different. Yeah, but it means that it's a brilliant opportunity for other players. We need to see other players ahead of the Euros, and if we were playing lesser teams, you'd still have that little question in your mind if they played well. Okay, well, how are they going to be against the next level of opposition? So, from our perspective, it's a great exercise and a great opportunity, really. There's been an awful lot of speculation this week linking you with the top job at one of the biggest clubs in world football in Manchester United. Now, you can't control that, and you've made it very clear, actually, that you don't really want to talk about this sort of subject. Your contract runs until December with the FA, but I wonder whether you find that link flattering, and I wonder whether you're prepared for what could be quite a string of this sort of story, a summer of speculation, if you like, about your future. I think there are two things from my point of view. One is I'm the England manager. I've got one job basically to try and deliver a European championship. Clearly before that, two important games this week. And the second thing is Manchester United have a manager, and I think it's always completely disrespectful when there's any speculation about a manager that's in place. I'm president of the LMA, so I don't have any time for that sort of thing, really. In the squad or in the camp when you have the group together, is there a different feeling before you name the training squad before a major championship? Well, look, I think everybody recognizes that we only have 2 matches before we would name what would probably need to be a longer squad at first in the summer. But we don't need to build these games up. The quality of the opponent does that. The timing in the year does that. What I've seen are new players that have come in and fitted in brilliantly. Our more regular players and our senior players make that as comfortable as possible. I think if you talk to any of the boys that have come in, they would identify that. And we're really looking forward to the challenge of the 2 games. I'm sure you've seen as well, there's been a lot of discussion about the New England kit and the St. George's flag being changed on the back of the shirt. I just wondered what you made of the reaction to it so far. It's not been high on my list of priorities, but it depends which bit it is. I don't know if the debate is about the St. George's flag needing to be on the England shirt, because obviously it hasn't always been. I think the most important thing that has to be on an England shirt are the 3 lions. It's our iconic symbol. It is what distinguishes us not only from football teams around the world, but from England rugby and England cricket. It's the thing that when I put my kit on at Burnham Beach 30 years ago and looked in the mirror, I clearly don't look at my face too often when I do that. But the 3 lions really stood out. I suppose what you're really asking is, should we be tampering with the cross of St. George? In my head, if it's not a red cross on a white background, then it isn't the cross of St. George anyway. It's a hard question to answer, really, because it's presumably some artistic take on it which I'm not creative enough to understand. I don't know.